Welcome to the John and Heidi Show podcast.
John and Heidi.
Here's John and Heidi.
Today is a special day, Heidi. Do you know what today is?
What is today, John?
I thought you'd never ask, Heidi. It's Friday, the 20th day of January. It's National Butter Crunch Day. You a fan?
I don't know. Am I?
Yes, you are. National Cheese Lovers Day.
What
Are
is
you a
butter
fan?
crunch? Is like peanut butter?
No, Butter Crunch. It's almost like a toffee kind of thing. Butter Crunch. I don't know.
Okay. All right.
Butter Crunch.
I don't know.
Butter Crunch.
I don't know.
National Cheese Lovers Day. Are you a fan?
I am a fan.
All right, I thought so. And National Disc Jockey Day. You a fan? We would officially fall under the category of disc jockey, even though
there are no discs.
I do not jockey a disc.
Right.
Although there is a hard drive disc, maybe that would count. I don't know. The times they are a changing. When I started in this industry, by the way, I did play records. So,
Yeah.
but not everybody did. I just worked at a station that was, behind the times. Super excited for my guest today. Her name is Sharon Price John. She's got a book called Stories and Heart, and she's with Build-A-Bear Workshop.
Okay.
She was kind of like the person that came in and did a big turnaround and saved them, and I'm excited to chat with her. A bunch of other great companies, too, but going to chat with her about her new book coming up.
Do you ever get credit card offers in the mail? Those are usually the worst offers. They spend thousands of dollars mailing them to anyone with an address. The people who actually read their junk mail end up paying the price in the long run. At BetterCreditCards.com, we offer a variety of credit card options to fit your needs. Whether you want a credit card to give you cash back or points and perks, or a credit card to help you build your credit, we probably have it at BetterCreditCards.com. Give yourself a little credit. BetterCreditCards.com.
Now, surveys and studies and such brought to you by BetterCreditCards.com. It's official. Going to work makes you miserable. Wait a minute, what?
Well, it depends on where you work.
Working less makes you happier, I think is what they really mean. A study published in Health Economic Review shows you experience higher life satisfaction if you work fewer hours.
Well, of course.
Analysts of 10 relevant studies by researcher
Why would
Quinn
they
Long
need to
Chao
study this? So
shows that
ridiculous.
working less affects your health positivity. Looking to see if there's anything that we don't know. It looks like. The main reason they think they have more time to spend with family and for other commitments that they enjoy doing and responsibilities outside of their working lives, they suggest that countries enact or strengthen regulations to limit hours worked and thereby protect employees' health. Here's the thing. Most of the time, the people who are working long hours, it's not because they're being forced to. They're like me. They're a workaholic, and I like it.
You are.
I love working, but I also love spending time with my sweetheart. Well, the good news is we work together. See? See how that works?
No, it doesn't work that way.
Surveys and studies and such brought to you by BetterCreditCards.com.
If your plan for the new year involves getting your financial life in order, I suggest you start with your mobile phone bill. How much do you pay every month? If that number is more than $15, it's time for a Mintervention. Mint Mobile makes it affordable and easy to switch. Get a new phone or bring your current phone. At Mintervention.com, you can see the current special offers from Mint Mobile, offering premium wireless for just $15 a month. That's far less than most people are paying, just $15 a month. Learn more now at Mintervention.com. That's Mintervention.com.
Did you know? Brought to you by RadioTravelGroup.com. Heidi, did you know? In 1989, a man bought a picture frame at a flea market in Pennsylvania for $4. When he took it home, he took the painting, the whole thing apart, and found behind it a print of the Declaration of Independence. It was one of the original 24 copies of the first printing.
What?
Yeah, that was in 1989. In 1991, the print sold at auction. He paid $4. How much do you think it sold for?
Oh my gosh, I couldn't even imagine.
$2.42 million.
That is amazing.
Can you
I
imagine
love that story.
Whoever was at the flea market that sold that doggone thing for $4?
Oh my gosh.
I bet they're going, maybe we should look behind the picture.
That's fantastic.
That is fantastic. All right. We don't know everything, but now we know this. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show on a Friday.
John and Heidi.
Now, big screen, little screen, brought to you by ChannelSurferTV.com. Embattled comedian Andy Dick was arrested recently in California, charged with public intoxication and failing to register as a sex offender. I'm really sad to hear that things are spiraling out of control. Really enjoyed the TV program News Radio, and he was on that. Avatar, Way of Water, still drawing box office crowds, and they've made a ton of money. So Trying to look and
Good
see.
for them.
Fifth weekend in a row. 568 million so far, domestically only. And speaking of James Cameron, Titanic director as well, he was not kidding when he said he conducted a scientific study to debunk the theory that Kate Winslet and Leonardo DiCaprio could have both fit on the piece of floating debris at the end of the 97 movie. A new clip from an upcoming documentary shows that they actually did all of this, and they found that they wouldn't have both been able to. He said it's a piece of wood paneling from a first-class cabin, according to the director. So they did this as an experiment to see if Jack could have gotten on there, because everybody walked away from the movie.
It's a fictional film.
Yeah, it's a movie. It's about a
Yeah.
real story, but it's a
on.
movie.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show.
Do you ever get credit card offers in the mail? Those are usually the worst offers. They spend thousands of dollars mailing them to anyone with an address. The people who actually read their junk mail end up paying the price in the long run. At bettercreditcards.com, we offer a variety of credit card options to fit your needs. Whether you want a credit card to give you cash back or points and perks, or a credit card to help you build your credit, we probably have it at bettercreditcards.com. Give yourself a little credit. bettercreditcards.com.
Now your scoop of the day comes your way, courtesy of bettercreditcards.com. Keep hearing about our favorite TV shows and movies being rebooted. How about your favorite tech devices? Well, wait no further. The iconic Sony Walkman is coming back. Yeah, as a high-resolution streaming player. The Walkman cassette player was first released what year? Do you know? Do you remember?
Oh, geez. 82.
No, 1979. Yeah, so it's really from the 70s, although it's very synonymous with the 80s. Sold over 500,000 units its first year, became a huge leap forward in portable music consumption. When you were a kid, did you have a Walkman?
I did.
I had one as well. Eventually sold over 400 million units, by the way. Well, the new Walkman, I think, do I have a Walkman? No, I don't. I guess I don't have a Walkman. I have something kind of like a Walkman over here. The new Walkman is available in two models. Sony says both will offer, quote, evolutionary sound while allowing listeners to download music and play card-sized device, or they could play the card-sized device or stream through Wi-Fi. So wouldn't this just be like a phone? Wouldn't it be the same thing as just having the music on your phone?
I suppose.
Says you
I
can
don't know.
use your favorite streaming and music apps right on
But
the
it won't look
Walkman.
the same. It's got a little Walkman. You got the headphones. I'm assuming it's going to look, retro, right?
Anyway, connect it to a PC, access your own music collection. Now I got to click and see what it looks like. I've got a link if you'd like to see also. It's in the show notes for today at johnandheidishow.com. And the link is a video. I'm going to turn that volume down. Let's turn that down here. I'm going to speed. You know, it does kind of look a little bit. No, it doesn't look like a Walkman. It almost looks like a thick phone to me.
Okay.
And it's got a digital screen, so it's got, it looks more like a phone. So,
I'm not interested then.
yeah, you lost Heidi.
Yep.
Anybody else? Anybody? All right.
You're going to lose us all.
Scoop of the day comes your way courtesy of bettercreditcards.com.
If your plan for the new year involves getting your financial life in order, I suggest you start with your mobile phone bill. How much do you pay every month? If that number is more than $15, it's time for a Mintervention. Mint Mobile makes it affordable and easy to switch. Get a new phone or bring your current phone. At Mintervention.com, you can see the current special offers from Mint Mobile, offering premium wireless for just $15 a month. That's far less than most people are paying, just $15 a month. Learn more now at Mintervention.com. That's Mintervention.com.
Thank you for listening to the John and Heidi Show on a Friday. Super excited to visit with Sharon Price John. She's the CEO of Build-A-Bear Workshop, and she's got a new book out. It's called Stories and Heart. The Power to Create a Life You Love is Within You. And I love that title, and I also love the idea of people being able to better themselves, and it's all inside. We just need to let it out, don't we?
Oh, it's definitely. It all starts by looking inside to figure out what's in there, right? You got to figure out what you really want, so you can then devise a plan that makes sense for you to enjoy that journey.
I love that. And now, so we'll talk about the book, and then we got to talk about Build-A-Bear because I think that's awesome. But let's start with Stories and Heart. How long have you been working on this book?
Well, that's kind of a trick question. 50 years, maybe? I start all the way back. Right. I think you get that because it starts all the way back to childhood. And some of the things that I'm sharing, it really did take a lifetime to figure out. which is one of the reasons why I decided to write some of it down with some prodding. That to the degree that I can help somebody on their journey or have some sort of personal insights or give them some tools to do it a little faster than me, that would be a gift.
I love that. And now, who was the book written for? Who is the target audience for this? Because when you think about Build-A-Bear, that's kind of designed for kids, but this isn't necessarily for kids. This is kind of for adults, right?
Well, it's for people at different, journeys in their life, different places in their journey in life. So, because a lot of it is like the first chapter is about goal setting, and goals are relative. You have to stop and recalibrate and think about, now what, a lot of times. And there's always this prospect of thinking and reminding yourself too. I put it together in the terms of a goal tree, that trunk of the tree, that's you. And you have to take care of yourself. And people forget that. So anyone at any point may need that reminder that for you to really reach your goals and to keep calibrating them to a place where you're really achieving things that you want in life and understanding that the ultimate goal is happiness. But to pause and say, this includes me being good to me and me setting values that create parameters and opportunity for me as my roots. I'm not sure that there's ever a time when that might not be valuable to revisit.
I love that. That is fantastic. Now, in addition to Build-A-Bear, you've been involved in a bunch of other really big companies that everybody knows of. But let's talk about your time as president and CEO of Build-A-Bear Workshop and how that whole thing came about.
Yeah, so some of those other companies that you are alluding to include Mattel and Hasbro and Stride Right. And so having spent that much time in the kids space and on toy brands, and in some cases inside of those companies, I was on businesses and business units that were in a turnaround situation. And so that big combination was a great preparation for me to come to Build-A-Bear in 2013. The company had been struggling a bit after the recession and was in need of a return to profitability. And so I brought a lot of that experience, put together a great team, a great strategy, recognizing that the power of this brand was much more opportunistic and represented a much greater potential than what the company had yet achieved. And we've been on that journey. Now, look, the journey wasn't easy. And when you go into a turnaround situation, you're often, you're signing up for hard. But hard on top of all of these fancy experiences called like retail apocalypse and a global pandemic. Didn't sign up for that, but we persevered and, in fact, used some of the techniques that are actually outlined in the book. And I walk people through that in the last couple of chapters to not only return the company to profitability, but actually had our most profitable year in history in 2021.
Well, I love the fact that we're able to help turn things around at Build-A-Bear, so the company hopefully will be around for a long, long time. Yeah,
thanks. I mean, with a company that has a mission statement of adding a little more heart to life, I agree. You would hope that one stays around for folks, and now we're multi-generational. We're 25 years, so it's not just for kids anymore either. 40% of our sales are to people like you, John.
Absolutely. I'm a kid at heart, though, so that counts, right?
Oh, most definitely.
Well, I'm excited for the new book, and I'm excited for you because it's doing so well already, and it's going to get better and better and better. And the book is out right now, Stories and Heart, The Power to Create a Life You Love is Within You. It's available right now. Sharon, thank you so much for taking some time to visit with us about it today.
Thank you for having me.
Again, the book is available right now. I'm going to make it really easy to find. We'll throw a link to it in the show notes for today at johnandheidishow.com.
Do you ever get credit card offers in the mail? Those are usually the worst offers. They spend thousands of dollars mailing them to anyone with an address. The people who actually read their junk mail end up paying the price in the long run. At bettercreditcards.com, we offer a variety of credit card options to fit your needs. Whether you want a credit card to give you cash back or points and perks, or a credit card to help you build your credit, we probably have it at bettercreditcards.com. Give yourself a little credit. bettercreditcards.com.
Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
No matter how cold it gets, gasoline will not freeze. It's good to know.
Why do you have to put...
I don't know. All right. Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
The most used hashtag on Instagram. What do you think it is?
I have no idea.
In this order. Love, Instagood, hashtag me, hashtag cute, and hashtag follow. So hashtag love is the most used. Hashtag Insta
I can
good.
honestly say I've never
What?
used hashtag love on anything.
I don't think I've used any of those hashtags.
No.
All right, fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
Walmart data shows that prior to a hurricane, people stock up the most on this. Two things. What are they?
Milk and toilet paper.
No, you're way off. Pop-Tarts and beer. And strawberry Pop-Tarts are the favorite. All right, one more fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
The inventor of the light bulb, Thomas Alva Edison, was afraid of the dark.
Really?
Yeah,
Wow, that's a good
it's-
invention for him
Yeah,
then.
it's kind of cool. Several fun facts. Now you know. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show.
If your plan for the new year involves getting your financial life in order, I suggest you start with your mobile phone bill. How much do you pay every month? If that number is more than $15, it's time for a Mintervention. Mint Mobile makes it affordable and easy to switch. Get a new phone or bring your current phone. At Mintervention.com, you can see the current special offers from Mint Mobile, offering premium wireless for just $15 a month. That's far less than most people are paying. Just $15 a month. Learn more now at Mintervention.com. That's Mintervention.com.
Time now for the Mint Mobile question of the day. Yay!
Yay.
Leaving me hanging over here. Okay, it comes your way courtesy of Mintervention.com. Question for you, Heidi. More than 80% of homeowners have this outside of their house. Can you name it? We have one. More than 80% of
These
homeowners have
questions
this.
are ridiculous. I
Oh,
don't
I know.
know. What do they have?
A welcome mat.
Oh.
Everybody else knew the answer.
Mine's not really a
Wow.
welcome mat.
No, yours is kind of an unwelcome mat. Doesn't
Yeah,
say
it's-
something like "get out of here." Or, I don't know. Don't even say what it is. You probably can't. Mint Mobile question of the day comes your way courtesy of Mintervention.com.
Do you ever get credit card offers in the mail? Those are usually the worst offers. They spend thousands of dollars mailing them to anyone with an address. The people who actually read their junk mail end up paying the price in the long run. At bettercreditcards.com, we offer a variety of credit card options to fit your needs. Whether you want a credit card to give you cash back or points and perks, or a credit card to help you build your credit, we probably have it at bettercreditcards.com. Give yourself a little credit. bettercreditcards.com.
Now, some weird news brought to you by WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com. First, it was a disposable camera. Then, it was the low-rise jeans. Now, the latest Gen Z vintage obsession is the flip phone. Yeah, mid-90s era.
I miss the flip phone.
Suddenly became so popular with millennials. These smaller, lightweight devices, some available for as little as $20, are showing up in TikTok videos of young people unboxing them, bedazzling their cases, just like the earlier generations did, and filming tutorials on how to use the low-quality camera. Remember how the camera looked on those?
Oh, yeah.
It was awful. You'd record a video, and then you'd send it, and I'm like, is this Bigfoot? What's going on? I'm like, no.
I absolutely love
It's
that.
not Bigfoot. That's my son. I'm like, oh, I'm
so
sorry.
much of what
Terrible video.
we just were so relieved when it went away is coming back.
Yeah, exactly. 18-year-old says that she and her friends made a habit of leaving their smartphones behind, and they would come out with flip phones, and then they'd record video and take pictures with that instead. So
right.
she said it's a huge conversation starter.
Of course.
Weird news brought to you by WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com.
John and Heidi.
Time now for the list, brought to you by BetterCreditCards.com. It's the big game is coming up. You know, the big game, the one we can't say on the radio.
Yes.
There's all kinds of stats and facts and all kinds of stuff, but I've got here, and you can read those if you want, the top 10 rituals ahead of the big game. So, number 1, kissing the badge or emblem of your team. Number 2, refusing to wash for the duration of the tournament.
Ew.
Number 3, sitting in the same lucky spot to watch from home. Number 4, avoiding watching the event with special unlucky people. Number 5, specific unlucky people, I'm sorry. Number 5, sitting in the same lucky seat when you watch the game from the venue. Number 6, refusing to wash your lucky item of clothing for the duration of the tournament. 7, putting on a specific sports shirt or jersey. 8, putting on your lucky pair of socks. 9, saying a prayer. How did that get all the way down to 9? Shouldn't that have been number 1?
You would think.
And number 10, eating the same pregame meal. So there you go.
Wow.
As we get a little closer, I have no idea who's going to be. We don't watch any of this stuff.
We don't.
So I don't even know. I don't even know if there have we narrowed it down yet. It's going to be embarrassing when I find out. All right. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show.
If your plan for the new year involves getting your financial life in order, I suggest you start with your mobile phone bill. How much do you pay every month? If that number is more than $15, it's time for a Mintervention. Mint Mobile makes it affordable and easy to switch. Get a new phone or bring your current phone. At Mintervention.com, you can see the current special offers from Mint Mobile, offering premium wireless for just $15 a month. That's far less than most people are paying, just $15 a month. Learn more now at Mintervention.com. That's Mintervention.com.
Time now for the quote of the day. It comes your way, courtesy of InsuranceChicken.com. Oscar Wilde is who our quote is from today, Heidi.
Alrighty.
Oscar Wilde. He says, "These drapes are awful. One of us will have to go."
Okay.
Either the drapes have to go or I do.
All right.
So I think that's really funny. These drapes are awful. One of us will have to go. All right.
You found it a lot funnier than I did. but
Apparently.
That's fantastic.
See, it's because he doesn't like the drape. Never mind. We'll explain it later. Quote of the day comes your way, courtesy of InsuranceChicken.com.
John and Heidi.
This portion of the John and Heidi Show is brought to you by the John and Heidi Show. That sounds kind of funny, but it's true. Go to your local radio station and ask them to start carrying the John and Heidi Show. Here's the best part. They can carry the show for free. They play a couple commercials, but it doesn't cost them anything every month. So if you know a radio station that could use a little bit of help, send them our way. Send them to johnandheidishow.com. Again, johnandheidishow.com. We would love to do a radio program in your community. Then you could listen to the podcast and listen to us on the radio.
John and Heidi.
We always like to wrap things up around here with good news, and I think this is good news. It comes your way courtesy of radiotravelgroup.com. Have you ever strolled along a beach and kind of looked down at the rocks and seen like, oh, hey, that's kind of neat. There's like a little shell over there.
Yeah.
That rock
All the
looks kind of
time.
cool.
I love it.
9-year-old girl on Christmas Day on a Maryland beach saw something on the beach that she found that was pretty darn cool. It was a megalodon tooth. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Giant megalodon tooth, bigger than her hand. So Alika, I'm not sure if that's how you say it, Sampson wrote on Facebook that the only thing her daughter wanted for Christmas was insulated waders so they could go shark tooth hunting like professionals. I love that.
Cute.
As soon as they finished breakfast, they got their waders on, and as quick as they could, they headed to the cliffs with their husband, Bruce. On Christmas morning, it was only 10 degrees outside, but the low tide made it a particularly good day for fossil hunting. By 10 a.m., Molly had found a 5-inch megalodon tooth.
Holy cow.
She told me she was wading in knee-deep water when she saw it and dove in to get it. She got her arms all wet, but it was worth it, and the look on her face is the only thing that makes me regret not being with them. Can't even imagine the shriek that came from her mouth, she went on to say. The family took the tooth to a place called the Calvert Marine Museum, and that is in Maryland. On the first Friday of every month, the museum invites people to bring in their findings to be identified by the museum staff. According to the museum, Molly had taken her find to their paleontology department, but she still gets to keep it to enjoy it for herself. So I don't know if that means that she has it on loan to the paleontology department. I'm not really sure.
Or
but
maybe they didn't want it. Maybe they're like, we have a ton of these.
hey,
so.
thanks. We got buckets full.
But thanks for showing us.
Yeah, no, I think that's really, really cool. I've got photos and all kinds of stuff in the show notes for today at johnandheidishow.com. Time to say goodbye, Heidi.
Goodbye, Heidi.
Goodbye, everybody. Have a great day. Thank you for listening to the John and Heidi Show on a Friday.